I was approached one day after a show by another artist. He was diced out and the fake diamonds on his chain were the largest. He stared at me for a moment with the look that was the hardest. I was expecting props, but instead I got a "man, you're garbage." He said, "You're not a real MC. You don't tell the truth when you speak. Why don't you talk about the stuff that's really going on in the streets? It's not about the government or big words, and poetry is boring. It's about the partying, the girls, guns, and the ice for those who had to struggle for it. It's not about battling or who's next to prevail. It's about being able to afford that Bentley and how many records you sell." I cut him off and said, "It's ignorant MCs like you who bruise mics. I inform the public of the government, cause that's the real truth, right? And as far as your iced out world goes, you can have it. Don't go angry at someone who uses big words cause you can't understand it. And poets are the true authors of life through their words they use, and you laugh at it. Talent expressed through spoken metaphors, similes, puzzles, and clues, but that's only the half of it. And if you believe rock and ice signifies your victory over poor struggles, you're a took fool. You struggle for ice because society says wearing a polished rock on a shiny piece of metal looks cool. And how many famous artists really shot, stabbed, and killed someone and the cops didn't catch him? I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna pretend to be Mr. Street Thug on an album just to go platinum. Because money has nothing to do with it. The message of music itself is the virtue. It's not my fault you sold your soul to the devil and his first name is Commercial. My lyrics important like bullets assassinating the president. Get hated more than Maryland when he's singing and scaring kids. Can't prepare for this, like when Mike Tyson's pair of fists swings at your upper jaw. Fight me, don't dare miss. Never messed up a rhyme before because I am errorless. Ask the fans if they like it and they say I do, like marriages. If you don't favor this, then you're probably parents not understanding what I say. This teenager's intelligent. I'll give you something to munch on. Pharaoh this, see more explosives at my shoulder than attacks by a pack of terrorists. Waiting for the day I can be in Niles with resident. There's two things that I blessed, I've got enough for hip-hop elements. Some people hate me because I just speak with arrogance, but it doesn't matter because to me that's irrelevant. My goal in this is to find more fans that will credit this and take over the world like Hannibal on top of elephants. And MCs relentlessly till the principle sets for me. I'm never to be downloaded, I carry too much memory. Whether I'm off the top or written, you can never censor me. I'm getting tired of girls saying, when you get rich, remember me. You can find more bars on me than the legs of a centipede. I just got back from the future cause I ain't from this century. Obsessed with these lyrics cause rapping's a necessity. Just start testing me and I bet you become the next deceased. Considerably the best MC that could ever be. Cleverly erasing the lyricist's identity. I know it's slang but don't call me dog, I'm not eating pedigree. Haters be plotting my assassination like Kennedy. M-A-double-D, I double L-C spell supremacy. You're not hot, you're cold, you get sweaty at 10 degrees. I'm hot enough that I could touch your mouth and melt your teeth. You're about as hot as the spirit moving through me in a cemetery. Moving steadily, you rhyme at the same speed, you ain't hot. And my rhymes are so hot, I catch a brain freeze if I drink lava. Skeptical, separate my lyrical from imperialism, serial killing at burials, embarrassing flows like the president caught with that scary hoe. Break it down to the syllable, spinning around like merry-go. This is true hip-hop, turn it up on your stereo. It's time to take the mask off on my face like Rey Mysterio. What these people have done to our music is unbearable. I'm 100% pure like a virgin, scared of genitals. Never quite edible, but ethical, adequate. Got you happy, cause backflipping like an acrobatical aerial. Smacking words together, never thought to be comparable. Tactically rapping, asking Buster, what's the scenario? This is a story with a moral, so it's a parable. And if you haven't got it yet, your comprehension's terrible. It's not to want attention, just listen to my incredible music. Fall in love with the melody, let it carry you in. That's life. That's life. That's life. That's life. You can't stop life from happening cause life is everywhere. It happens when you have a father who is never there. It happens when your friend's in a casket and you just there. Cause that's all you can do even if you don't care. You can't stop life from from happening, cause life is everywhere. It happens when you have a father who was never there. It happens when your friend's in a casket and you just there, cause that's all you can do, even if you don't care. I was dying as a child, I met life the hard way. Never met my real father, but that was a smart way. I was in the 3rd grade when life moved our way. Me and my sister's friend got killed and that was a hard day. They finally got the killer, he said I'm regretting it all. Said he was sorry for stuffing her between the bed and the wall. He told everybody that the devil was inside his head. Told him that he made him rape her after she was dead. That's life when memories enter your head and don't let go. That's life when the killer is still sitting on death row. You can't stop life from happening, cause that's what life is. Life is bad when you outlive your grandkids. It's when you got a gun to your neck and choose to live. It's when a father makes a bad choice to bruise his kids. That's exactly what life is, and I know it's hard to admit I met my father once, but I didn't want to. You can't stop life from happening, cause life is never done. Life happens to the infants who aren't old enough to run. Life happens to the older and the younger ones. That's life when a father decides to pull out his gun. You can't stop life from happening, cause life is never done. Life happens to the infants who aren't old enough to run. Life happens to the older and the younger ones. That's life when a father decides to pull out his gun. A mother and a daughter picked up the father from work. I guess he had a bad day, cause he was acting like a jerk. The parents argued back and forth and they started to curse. That's when life visited the father and it started to hurt. He contemplated whether or not he should drop all this, all the fussing and arguing and all these fits. But he continued on, he couldn't stop his lips. Before you knew it, he pulled the gun that was on his hips. That's when life lost our work, because he shot his kid, and he shot his wife and himself in the head. And guess who lived? Well, he did, because life didn't let him die. Sometimes that happens to people who don't deserve to survive. The whole infant's life flashed before her eyes in a heartbeat. She wasn't even able to speak and get out of car seat. Her helpless little body was killed and she hardly understood she was a victim of a dad having a hard week. You can't stop life from happening, cause life is also death. Life happens when you're struggling and there is nothing left. That's what life's like, because life's a test. That's life when your parents gotta be ruthless. You can't stop life from happening, cause life is also death. Life happens when you're struggling and there is nothing left. That's what life's like, because life's a test. That's life when your parents gotta be ruthless. There was a teenager who thought life was hopeless. Kicked out of his house cause he was gay, not homeless. My sister offered him to stay at ours, no stress. But that night life happened, now what he had hope next. My mother caught him staying and kicked him out in the storm. No place to go and his clothes was all torn. He wished he was never born, cause life made him lose. My sister was mad, but my mother had to choose. Think about it, she found a stranger living under her roof. I sided with my mother cause I would do the same too. Anyway, the kid called his parents with hurt feelings, asked if he could come back, but they weren't willing. So he jumped off a building cause he tried to abort life, but ended up on life support. Now his parents came to see him, but were as ruthless as thugs, cause they turned to the doctors and told him to pull the plug. That's life. That's life. That's life. That's life. That's life. That's life. You can't stop life from happening. That's life. That's life. That's life. That's life. That's life. That's life. You can't stop life from happening. That's life. Hello?
Yes, can I please speak with Mr. Carrasco?
Yeah, this is him.
Yeah, this is Sergeant Valencia of the United States Marine Corps. And I just want to know if you're in any way interested in joining the Corps.
Not really. I mean, I'm kind of trying to pursue a music career.
Well, in the Marines, you can still do your music, and if you want, we'll also give you money for college.
What?
Yeah, all you have to do is come down to the office and sign up your papers and start your career.
Alright, sounds good.
Alright, I'll see you tomorrow.
Alright, bye.
Alright, bye.
Let the reanimation begin. Take off all your clothing. Shoot identities as numbers through a card they keep encoded. Medical records in your bank account is just the open. Not to mention a tracking device system that keeps you programmed. Your everyday casual left and right steps are broken. You're forced to walk like robots with 65 of the cold men. You'll even eat in a certain manner or be forced to starve. You'd be mad too if they put stuff in your food so you couldn't get hard. But now that these words have been spoken, I'll take it more in depth. How you'll be persuaded to participate in certain types of tests. Many get sick but never tell in fear of getting held back. And even if it's reported, they keep it under wraps. I know this and give you the experience through my writings. I was there to watch mental states crash like 9/11 sightings. I was mentally strong enough to surpass the brainwash hype then. Tell a story to the youth of what it's like on Paris Island. I mean, how's it gonna be?
It'll be fun. It'll be hard, but you're gonna have a good time. You'll be alright. I mean, they don't brainwash police or anything. Just move fast and be loud and you shouldn't have any trouble.
It's all one big mess of confusion to let you get beat. Cause all you hear is left, right, left, right, left. For 13 weeks, they pound it into your head till it surrounds you in your dreams. I was there to see people sit up and say it in their sleep. Not to mention the screams of those who met with defeat. Bet the recruiter didn't say that when he said you'd be a Marine. Did he mention long-term injuries? Now every day my back hurts. Your intellect is of no interest, you're now the captured. You're a slave playing servant to the government as master. You get paid but it's lame and you gotta pay it backwards. Pain from the strain of staying sane is coming faster. No escape from the island once you sign and that's the last word. Graduated, come back and it's different how you see it. Your friends ain't the same and your relations will cease quick. Kissing family goodbye cause you'll barely get to see them. You're too busy fighting for freedom and covering up secrets. It's funny how the world is perceived through the human eye. When you and I know the world will die before the open eyes are proven wrong and cars won't fly. This Spanish guy has unidentified flying intelligence in his mind. That means I'm a UFI running from the FBI, sort of like your ancestors did here to colonize. These were our founding fathers, the basis of our way of living. The original races beating women, killing Indians, massacring villages over Christian religion. Finding dark skin hard to live with. They would stand Indians in front of cannons and blow their asses into oblivion. World War II, black men filled with adrenaline were forced to storm the beaches of Normandy. Bullets would be riddling through the body, splitting skin like blenders did to M&Ms. Even the New Testament can't save an African from sin. I'm a Mexican, so I can give my 2 senses. The government keeps track of us through the minority census. Call me a wetback, say my people jump fences. We originated from Mexico, which is now known as Texas. Don't ever call me dirty if you don't know of my race. While the United States changed territories, we stayed in the same place. And don't think I'm done, cause I just begun to fuss. Why don't you make fun of the borderline because it jumped us? A lot of y'all don't know what they do to us. Conducting experiments is how they're using us. Giving false clues to us, confusing us, refusing us the right to tell the truth to us. A lot of y'all don't know what they do to us. Conducting experiments is how they're using us. Giving false clues to us, confusing us, refusing us the right to tell the truth to us.
It's a story of the truth. So listen.
I was a battle MC, looking for confrontation. To the house with my fist aiming to knock it off of its foundation. It was amazing what I found tied with chains in the basement. A secret agent with a do not touch me bracelet. Eyes squinting like Asians from letting the sun raise in. You could tell he had been there for ages, and he was aching. Forehead abrasions revealed experimentation. Surgical lacerations made to his neck with many lasers. I removed the tape from his mouth and the glass he was encased in. At first he was shaking but spoke to me and said I saved him. We engaged in a conversation of this toxic nation. He explained his population was subject to operations performed on a ton of us without knowing this information, and then carefully covered up by the government and its patrons. I let him go hurt and he thanked me for my patience. The next verse that I spit is gonna show you what we're facing. A lot of y'all don't know what they do to us. Conducting experiments is how they're using us. Giving false clues to us, confusing us, refusing us the right to tell the truth to us. A lot of y'all don't know what they do to us. Conducting experiments is how they're using us. Giving false clues to us, confusing us, refusing us the right to tell the truth to us. He told me of the similarities between Lincoln and Kennedy. Different men at first, but let's analyze their identities. Something cleverly was constructed this last century. A jigsaw puzzle using these presidents as a centerpiece. Let me teach you how to carefully feed your memory. Beginning with both of the names containing 7 letters each. That's not even a breach in this, so let's move past names. JFK had a secretary and Lincoln was a last name. Ain't that strange how history made all these facts? Guess the name of Lincoln's secretary, Kennedy, was the last. Just listen to the facts, it's something you'll need later. Kennedy's killer shot him from a warehouse or ran to a theater. Listen to that, the connection will leave you scared now. His killer shot him from a theater and ran to a warehouse. Be prepared now to listen when you're hearing me. What's it gonna be, coincidence or conspiracy? A lot of y'all don't know what they do to us. Conducting experiments is how they're using us. Giving false clues to us, confusing us, refusing us the right to tell the truth to us. A lot of y'all out on 200 poor black men. Were never told of the illness and treatment was denied, and as many as 50% of the original died. Dr. McCarter came along in June of 1969, the director of research and technology at the time. He appeared before the House Subcommittee on Appropriations to request funding to produce a synthetic biological agent for which humans have not acquired a natural immunity. He asked for $10 million in 10 years to pursue his dreams. Kinda shaky, the committee signed his papers. Then AIDS appeared as a public health risk 10 years later. Back in the 50s, the US Navy sprayed a cloud of bacteria over the population of the San Francisco area. The Navy claimed that the bacteria was harmless and used to track a simulated attack, but that was garbage, cause many residents became ill with pneumonia-like symptoms. One was known to have died, the rest caught in the system. A lot of y'all don't know what they do to us. Conducting experiments is how they using us, giving false clues to us, confusing us, refusing us the right to tell the truth to us. A lot of y'all don't know what they do to us. Conducting experiments is how they using us, giving false clues to us, confusing us, refusing us the right to tell the truth to us. If you're not convinced by now, you already got you.
I don't think he realizes how close to the truth is. I mean, what that kid thinks and says, sometimes it's scary.
I spit so many bars that I could create a prison. Instantly incarcerate a whack MC in charge admission. For anybody who wanna sit here and watch me rip him, I'll kick her, I'm longer than the warranty lasts on your system. Whenever I show up at the club, just respect and listen, cause I've been spitting rhymes before the creation of organisms. You wanna battle? I dare you to spit. I swing so quick I whip your ass from the air off my fists. You're not ready for this, I'm hazardous to your health. My lyrical characteristics are hot enough to melt your scalp to your cranium and watch your brain swell. Poke holes in your head, sit back and watch liquid expel. Then I'll call the cops and say I did it on purpose. I'm so hot, I'll evaporate the sea with my verses. Walk barefoot on a beach and melt the sand into a glassy surface. Shatter the ground and jump into where the devil's lurking. For certain I'm loony, I challenge Lucifer in hell with fighting graphics iller than Matrix 2 in a cell. I'm massively strategizing so you will get slaughtered. I got nowhere to go but up like bubbles underwater. So watch me get harder and recognize my techniques, or else I play turntable on you and scratch up your headpiece. My breath leaks like water droplets out the faucet. I sneak into your party with camouflage that is optic. Quickly reveal myself, grab the mic and start to rock it. And if somebody steps on, I metaphorically box him. I spit toxic, blow you away, leave you sockless. Forget shooting clips, I beat you with the foreign object. You wanna shoot clips? I don't got bullets, I got rockets. Y'all need to stop it before I get mad and cause the apocalypse. I'm bombing this with rappers, bitch, it's nothing new to us. We've been writing rhymes since we was in our mother's uterus. Y'all don't know what we do to kids. I leave you with limited ammunition like Minutemen. Y'all shoot to live, so who wants to shoot for this? Yeah, I knew you did. Leave you on life support, police asking where I threw your ribs, but they'll never find him. I threw him in Lake Placid. I didn't want him, I let the giant alligators have him. That's what you get for yapping to all of your friends who talked out. I got 0 losses and 2 million technical knockouts. Who wants to talk loud about my skills and get knocked down? Pull out your teeth, cut out your tongue and dare your ass to talk now. My raw style is just too heavy to lift up. Your best bet is to run, kill yourself or kiss up. If lyrics was alcohol, you probably drink it in sip cups. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here drinking it and jugs getting ripped up. If you got big luck, I dare you to come against me, cause I'm like a casino ripping you off for acting friendly. Give you 44 leaf clovers and you'll say, look what Matt Ill sent me. Then I'll rip your ass repeatedly and relentlessly. So hard, I pull your soul out and leave it looking at your guardian angel as I grab her and give her an ass whooping. Steal her wings, kill myself and tell God I took them. Put them on and model them and ask them how they look, son. Watch them get mad, take me to a cloud and throw me over it. Land on earth directly on top of a cobra pit. Skin every single snake and make a coat of it. Get back to my profession on earth and spit fresher than deodorant. I'm supposed to get hated by all these false cats, but it doesn't matter, I rip them up like bad contracts. I'm beyond rap, a lyrical prophesizer. Last longer than an Energizer bunny, still a minor. Pull out your flame, you'll get banished like on TV Survivor. Your rhymes are weak, the only thing you spittin' is saliva. Writing this rhyme, I made a few pens retire. I'm on plasma, y'all are still talking about fire. I'm already higher than the worth of your loved ones. I show up and roll MCs over like snoring husbands. My blood runs like my lyrics non-stop. Dangerous like a snake, telling Eve to eat out of God's crops. I'm on top when bombs drop, cities turn to deserts. Hit you in the head with a microphone, on and off lever. So what's my goal in this? To write to get better? My goal's to be like Tupac, dead and still putting out records. Until I do that, I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop until I get killed by hip-hop. Until then I do that, I'll open up a rip shop. And if you ain't like when I'm spitting, son, you need to hit stop. I make your hips pop with one rhyme, it's time to face doom. You'll get more bars dropped on you than the floor of a weight room. I'm not the same dude, more advanced and that's for real. Good enough to have a whole song talking about how I get so ill. Sell my album and make so much money they gotta kill more presidents to put on the faces of dollar bills. And that's only the beginning, merely the first album. Unimaginable like an angel out of heaven, bad mouthing. I had to prove myself when I dropped, they stopped doubting. They show me more courtesy than Chinese people bowing. They speak of me in Revelations, burning 1/3 a mountain. Wait for the sixth angel and take men out by the thousands. I'll go out when people get scared and orders will cease. More people will run for me than the border police. I don't understand why these whack cats are cornering me. I was born with lyrics like a heart is born with the beat. I'll create a storm when I speak of all these ill rhymes. I drop more rhymes than hail, snow, and rain combined. I drop more rhymes than lids drop on your eyes. I drop more rhymes than loose change out of carnival rides. MCs need to stop talking to lies, claiming that they better. There's only one word that could describe this bar ever. I'm only 17 and I'm still getting smoother. I could let you rap twice and you would still be a loser. It really doesn't matter, I'm a lyrical abuser.
In a moment's notice, my hopeless focus was shifted. This poet noted his visions with no one and hopes it would give it.
Supposing that sentence was low, I'd only know it is business. And chose to pose as a misfit with no good intentions.
I was so close to the end that it broke all of the interest of holding a stand that was even open to witness cause.
I was holding the hand of the cold as my mistress, invoking the man who upholds my existence. There's nowhere I'd roam and be over within this. Yeah, circling's kosher but no intermission. Till lo and behold, I saw gold in the distance. A rose that was stuck in the road of my mission. I plucked her in hopes that she'd grow in my clenched fist, and promised not to let go because I know that she's gifted. I spoke with a tone that was bold but defenseless, and said I'm home cause this rose has showed me the entrance.
No, for real. I didn't know you were doing it because I was looking at you. I thought you knew I wasn't in the thing. For real.
Mad Ills, Fit the Skills Productions, Onelinerz, some new shit, check it out. My brain shoots more lyrics than bullets from 2 Glocks. More lyrics than sweat rolling off of the backs of 2 jocks. Take one line to snag you like cast fishing on 2 rocks. I'll slaughter your cattle like Chupa and piss on your new crops. Overload and blow your views box. This cat is ill. Beating me is like seeing Mr. Freeze in a Batmobile. I laugh at skills the other MCs have cause they're tasteless. Every track runner at the Olympics just to be racist. Get it? Track race? You should cause it was basic. I like a jogger wearing sweatpants and a pair of K-Swiss. Onelinerz, I have more than wood in a slave ship. Enough to make your grandmother look good with a facelift. I base this punchline. Those who haven't bopped your head yet, you're about as useless as a Walkman without a headset. I'll leave your head wrecked if you think we're dumb rhymers. Punchline after punchline. Onelinerz.
When I rhyme with one line. When I rhyme with one line.
I be that MC who they say be flavor. Spit more lines than packs of loose leaf paper. Rhyme savior, I'm a rock today. I got more lines than theme parks on holidays. My lyrics overweight, cause I'm often fat. My punchlines like home runs, they start right off the bat. I'ma cock it back for those who don't think I'm in yet. You're as worthless as a death threat made to an insect. Mad Ills got the style that's ahead of dudes. Leave them like Steven Seagal and DMX with exit wounds. You've met your doom, I've already wrecked it. Tight enough to make windbreakers look like Spandex on the anorexic. Who gets rejected? Not me cause I win thrones. My dick is small, I couldn't make the bedrock if I was Flintstone. So I gotta make it, not be a dumb rhymer. With punchlines after punchlines and Onelinerz.
When I rhyme with one line. When I rhyme with one line.
It's impossible to battle me when I write rhymes. One look at me and y'all stop flowing like rusted pipelines. Battle me and you just might find it's like playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire without any lifelines. Write my lyrics and I'll still curse the place and put more craters on your body than in Bill Murray's face. Better than that, Ills? Don't dare to be. I'm compared to Michael Jackson cause all of you kids are scared of me. So when I come after you, I'm wrecking your style. And you couldn't be a survivor if you was Destiny's Child. So let it be wild and know that I'm known for flowing. Keep rolling or come up short like Gary Coleman. I'll leave you stolen if you think that you could bust me. Battling's like jacking off, I'll beat you and you won't tell nobody. I'll leave your nose bloody if you try taking my plans. Then cut off both of your legs and say I'm taking a stand.
The following was constructed by the minds who live outside the box in order to awaken a nation who lives blindly. So pay attention.
America, land of the Freemasons, home of the slaves. The brave million placed in confusion for minimum wage. I rhyme facts, but I'm not telling till I get paid. So play the blind rat without a sense of smelling in a maze. You're an experiment, subject not to facing the cold. AIDS blamed on blacks and gays, but it's population control. Don't tell the government you know, or you'll end up with a slash throat made by scientists over Bunsen burners wearing lab coats. Funded by the almighty money laundering presidents. Lies are manufactured and through all of them they're selling it. To you the consumer there's no benefit. It's unfortunate that you're living a lie and you can't tell cause you were born in it. Okay, let's sort through this and start believing it. The stuff that they can do to you without you even seeing it. Even if it'll be to our advantage to plead the fifth. Like a car that runs on water but you'll never be in it.
There's more than you know that goes on within our society. Do not fall victim to the fabricated lives that you catch on television, for it is only television.
Let me tell you how it's gonna be in our society. The government through commercialism controlling how our lives should be. The TV and radio will broadcast live to me. They're trying to control what you hear and what your eyes can see. Think of it now as nonsense and say it is. Your little boys and girls watch TV, don't they? They raise your kids and tell you what you're gonna wear and how you're gonna walk. After this you might just see how they're lying when they talk. Go to clubs, dance and drink, forget about your problems. The music brainwashes you so you forget to solve them. Distraction is the box and so confusion could've stopped them. The world congested with lies, the truth is what I'm coughing. You'll even dawn it, from your shoes up to your collar shirt. The latest fashion trends are the dress codes for the followers. You love it cause it's cool, but it's hollow earth, there's no man's. You're a puppet in their hands, expected to follow the program. Life. Sometimes we walk down the path of confusion. Sometimes we don't know what anything's about. Sometimes we search for meaning. Sometimes we just sit back and wonder what we could have been. I took a look at myself in the mirror this morning and realized I'm a different person cause my true spirit is forming. I've been shaded all my life like a citizen under the awning, but the awning isn't there, so now I'm forced to start my walking down the path of confusion. But Matt Ills, you wised up, you got 2 jobs and you go to school. But now my life sucks, there's no time to play, that's been taken away. Worried about not even crap Buick and making his pay. Worried about taking a break from rapping, realizing it's nonsense. Problems with grown men cause they carry guns and chalk in their pockets. Worried about having a baby cause I might hurt my child. Worried about catching a disease and dying before my words get out. Worry about things like this, including bacon in hell, and getting angrier by the second since the Trade Center fell. There's days that I fell, but I won't catch my breath and ask for help. Maybe I'll sit back and ask for a gas so I can blast myself. I live in a world where I can't possibly know enough. Honestly, I didn't think it was this hard growing up. Now I gotta worry for things which before I didn't care. I feel as if we're going nowhere and I don't think that it's fair. I live in a world where I can't possibly know enough. Honestly, I didn't think that it was this hard growing up. Now I gotta worry for things which before I didn't care. I feel as if we're going nowhere and I don't think that it's fair. I'm an adult now, I believe death is just a step away. Just schedule for tomorrow, the same thing I did yesterday. There's not much of a change now, so there's nothing left to say. I work 7 days a week just to give my check away. You all get this way, I just revealed it to you sooner. Honestly, tell me how many of you really have a future. And if you think it's different from anyone, stare deeper into the fire. What's life? Birth, grow, learn, work, get weaker and retire. Then you'll all start to realize we all end up in the same place. And start to worry about who's gonna buy my burial nameplate. And start praying for that day to come, the day for which we all wait. Then die and become memories and pictures in someone's hallway. Isn't it all strange how this is happening slow? Now I know why those Toys R Us kids don't wanna grow. Because life is like a window when it seems no one's looking in. Maybe I'll lay down and have a dream of what I could have been. Cause I live in a world where I can't possibly know enough. Honestly, I didn't think it was this hard growing up. Now I gotta worry for things which before I didn't care. I feel as if we're going nowhere and I don't think that it's fair. I live in a world where I can't possibly know enough. Honestly, I didn't think that it was this hard growing up. Now I gotta worry for things which before I didn't care. I feel as if we're going nowhere and I don't think that it's fair.